Hello guys, today we are doing economics, microeconomics, chapter 1 of microeconomics. There is introduction to economics. The great American economist Paul Samuelson thus defined economics as the study of how people and society choose to employ scarce resources that could have alternative uses in order to produce various commodities and to distribute them for consumption, now or in future amongst various persons and groups in society. The word scarcity as used in economics means that all resources are scarce in the sense that they are not enough to fill everyone's wants to the point of satisfaction. We have another characteristic of economics, which is it is concerned with choice, a materialistic desire for an activity or an item. Human wants are infinite. We have now assembled the three vital ingredients in our definition. There is people, which is human wants, scarcity and choice. Thus, for our purpose, we could define economics as the social science which is concerned with the allocation of scarce resources to provide goods and services which meets the needs and wants of the consumer. The scope of economics. There is the economist limits the study by selecting 4 fundamental characteristics of human existence and investigating what happens when they are all found together, as they usually are. First, the ends of human beings are without limit. Second, those ends are of varying importance. Third, the means available for achieving those ends, human time and energy and material resources, are limited. Fourth, the means can be used in many different ways. That is, they can produce many different goods. But no single characteristic by itself is necessary of interest to the economist. They only when all 4 characteristics are found together does an economic problem arise. Resources. These are the ingredients that are combined together by economists and termed economic goods, i.e., goods that are scarce in relation to the demand for them. Roman 1. Economic goods. All things which people want are lumped together by economists and termed economic goods. Economic goods are everything that people want, and they are scarce in relation to the demand for them. Roman 2. Free goods. Those are goods which people can have as much as they want, e.g. air. Microeconomics and macroeconomics. The study of economics is divided into 2. There is microeconomics and macroeconomics. Micro comes from the Greek word meaning small, and microeconomic is the study of individual economic or particular parts of an economy, e.g. how does an individual household decide to spend its income. It thus gives a warm, high view of the economy. The macro comes from the Greek word meaning large, and macroeconomic is the study of global or collective decision by individual household or producers. It looks at a national and international economy as a whole, e.g. total output, income and expenditure, unemployment, etc., etc. It thus gives a bird's eye view of the economy. Economic theory. this is a body of economic principles built up as a result of logical reasoning. It provides the tools of economic analysis. It is pursued irrespective of whether it appears to be of any practical advantage or not. Nevertheless, it is pursued. The methodology of economics and its basic concepts. Economic proceeds as an evolutionary discipline, looking at data, developing hypotheses, testing them, and reaching sometimes an easy consensus on how the economy works. This is called the scientific method, which begins with the formulation of a theory about the behavior. This testing of ideas on the evidence is known as empirism. Ceteris paribus is a Latin expression meaning all other things remaining constant. Ceteris paribus, all other things remaining constant. That is a Latin word. We are going to economic description and analysis. Economics is used in two important ways today. The first is to describe, explain, and predict the behavior of production, inflation, incomes, etc. But for many, the fruit of such labors is found in a second task, to improve economic performance. Thus, we first attempt to describe the hardship of poverty. We then might present programs that will reduce the extent of poverty. In each case, we first engage in positive economics and then in normative economics. In our study, economics, one of the central distinctions is between a value judgment and a factual statement. Positive economics is concerned with the objective statements. About objective, what does happen or what will happen, it will limit itself to statements that can be verified by reference to facts. E.g., how does a high level of unemployment affect inflation? A positive approach is more objective and more scientific, and it is the approach we shall try to take in our study of economics here. Normative economics, on the other hand, appreciate that in many economic decisions involve subjective judgments. That is, they cannot be made solely by an objective appraisal of the facts, but depend to some extent on personal views in interpreting facts. Ethics and value judgment. They can be argued about, but they can never be settled by science or by appeals or by appeal to fact. E.g., should taxation soak the rich to help the poor? They involve what ought to be and are settled by political choice. Then we are going to economic goals and problems. Whatever political party is in power, their four main economic goals are: they are control inflation, reduction of unemployment, promotion of economic growth, attainment of a favorable balance of payments. In addition to these generally agreed objectives, more political economic policies might be pursued, such as redistribution of income. Then we move to scarcity, choice, opportunity costs, and production possibility, frontiers, and curves. Roman 1, scarcity. To the economist, all the things are said to be scarce, since by scarce they mean simply that they are not enough to fill everyone wants to the point of satisfy. Choice and opportunity cost. Because there are not enough resources to produce everything we want, A choice must be made about which of the wants to satisfy. Choice involves sacrifice. The cost of an item is measured in terms of the alternative foregone items. This is called the opportunity cost. Production possibilities and opportunity costs. Limitation of the total resources capable of producing different commodities from society to choose between relatively scarce commodities. This can be illustrated quantitatively by simple arithmetic examples and geometric diagrams. Suppose to take an example that a society can spend money on two products, guns and butter. The society resources are limited, therefore there are restrictions on the amount of guns and butter that can be made, which can be shown by a production possibility or a transformation curve. We have a column table which we have how many columns? 3 columns and 6 rows. We have a number of possibilities, which is A, B, C, D, E, F. We have butter in millions, in bracket billions pounds. We have guns in bracket thousands. A has 0 butter, 15 guns. B has 1 butter, 14 guns. C has 2 butter, 12 guns. D has 3 butter, 9 guns. B has 4 butter, 5 guns. F has 5 butter, 0 guns. This table is as a result of full employment of scarce resources, implies guns butter trade-off. That is guns butter trade-off. The above possibilities can be illustrated graphically using a production possibility frontier. By production possibility frontier, we mean a geometric representation of production possibilities of two commodities feasible within an economy given fixed quantity of available resource and constant technological conditions. The graph is on the y-axis there is butter, on the x-axis there is gun. It is derived from the table I've just said. The curve goes like this, it goes downwards, the butter up to down. So some of the uses of the possibility frontier. The production possibility frontier represented as a single curve can help introduce many of the basic concepts of economics. The central economic problem. There are many economic problems which we encounter every day. Poverty, there is inflation, there is unemployment, etc. However, if we use the term economic problem, we are referring to the overall problem of the scarcity of resources. Each society has to make the best use of scarce resources. The great American economist Paul A. Samuelson said that every economic society has to answer 3 fundamental questions. What commodities shall be produced? That is clothes, food, cars, etc. and in what quantities? The second question, how shall the goods be produced? That is, given that we have scarcity of resources of land, labor, how should we combine them to produce goods and services which we want? The third question is, for whom shall the goods be produced for? Who is to enjoy and get the benefit of the nation goods and services? Or to put it in another way, how is national product to be divided among individuals and families? And that is our time for today. Kindly subscribe like and comment.